Today's episode of the Tavern Chat podcast is brought to you in part by Flipboard. Flipboard is one of those apps that you don't realize you're using it as much as you are until you don't have it. My prior phone, which was a Google Pixel, had it pre-installed. I used it constantly. It was a great place to catch current events, stories of interest, just fun stuff, all in one place. And I changed to an iPhone, and it took me a while to figure out that I was missing something, and what I was missing was Flipboard. So, if you don't have it installed on your phone or tablet, go to flipboard.com and correct that now. Hello, and welcome to the Tavern Chat podcast. I'm your host, Eric Tankar, your bartender in the OSR, your main proprietor at the Tankar's Tavern blog. This is going to be, I guess, a news episode. Listen, it's a bizarre situation going on. And I posted about this earlier this morning on the blog side, and since then it's just gotten, more interesting. Here's what it is. Allegedly, a recent Lamentation of the Flame Princess book was getting destroyed by an unnamed, unidentified warehouse because it was disgusting. Now, this is She Bleeds by Elizabeth, and I'm going to fuck up this last name, so please forgive me, Chai Pradikul. Elizabeth C. for now. She posted on Facebook on Saturday. So I normally don't post a lot of deeply personal or controversial things here. I like to keep things light and use Facebook to hear about cool games and see fun pics of my friends. I leave a lot of deeper stuff to more eloquent people who have a lot more wisdom on various topics than I do. However, today I heard that a game supplement I created for another publisher, she's not naming it, but it's She Bleeds, got destroyed in a warehouse because it was disgusting. Now, follow that. We don't know what warehouse, whose warehouse, but we kind of do. I'll get to that. It wasn't read. It was just thrown away because of one thing. It was about periods. The supplement itself was about menstruation, giving a person powers. I wrote it because I wanted to feel empowered by something that often made me feel weak. I wanted to bring some levity to a subject people are afraid to talk about. The fact that a book centered on a facet of women's health got destroyed infuriates me. I'm always shocked to hear the world is so backwards when it comes to talking about aspects of women's health. But then things like this happen. I'm not saying what I created was a piece of art changing the face of how periods are treated forever. But it was a fun gaming tool about menstruation, and that's not something that should be shamed, ignored, or destroyed. Now, she's insinuating that more than one copy got destroyed. We don't know. She's not naming the warehouse, but this was a Gen Con exclusive for the print version. Therefore, the copies that weren't sold at Gen Con are not available at the Lamentations of the Flame Princess website. There is only one place, as far as I know, except for maybe eBay, where you can buy a copy of this. Noble Knight. But apparently, Noble Knight bought James Raggi / Lamentations extra stock after Gen Con. So, that means that the warehouse destroying this book is most likely, can't confirm it, she is not naming it, Noble Knight's warehouse. However, it's for sale on Noble Knight. If they allegedly, as she's inferring, destroyed all copies, but she didn't say that, but that's the inference you're getting. If she's saying the copies were destroyed, why is it on sale for $14.95? If they were destroying copies, Wouldn't they destroy them all? How are they leaving some for sale? Like I said, this is a book that never went into general distribution. It's not like your normal distributors like Diamond or somebody else has boxes of this shit in a warehouse somewhere waiting to get sold off to a game store. And they went, oh my God, look at this artwork. There's blood trickling down the leg. It's more offensive than any of James's other works, right? What other works would that be? Oh, let's see. What else did James have? Eldritch, cock, vaginas are magic. I mean, these apparently weren't destroyed by a warehouse, but this woman's is. Now, let's follow that up. People have been asking questions, and she follows up on Facebook. I guess this came out today. First off, thanks everyone so much for the support and kind words. Makes me very proud to be part of the RPG community. Lots of people have been asking about the warehouse, about the name of the warehouse. Catch this. At this moment, I don't know the name, and I am speaking to my publisher about this. Publisher would be Lamentations of the Flame Princess. If I do get a name and can share it, I will with the people who asked. However, I'm tempering this decision with the fact that I don't want the person who reported this to get in trouble, and also want to make sure I know all the facts before acting. You don't know all the facts. You don't even know what fucking warehouse supposedly destroyed your shit. And why can't you name Lamentations of the Flame Princess as your publisher? It's obvious. They're the ones that published a book about menstruation. So, we know who it is. Just say it. Thanks for your understanding. Now, James Raggi has, I believe, chimed in, on the topic. And all he says is that the place that destroyed it owned the copies. And he has no clue of that number, and it could have been 0. So what does this mean to me? It means that James is saying that he knows only one location could have these copies, right? Apparently Noble Knight. And he has no clue the number that was destroyed, but it could have been 0. And, like I said, the warehouse owns the copies. They're not shipping this for James. They bought the copies. And the only place that bought the copies, as far as I can gather, is Noble Knight. So, this changes a lot of what I was looking at this morning. It's answered some questions, and it gave me even more questions. How many copies were destroyed? 0, 1, 2, 10, 50. They're still for sale on Noble Knight, so there's an issue there. Were they destroyed perhaps because they were damaged and unsellable and therefore disgusting? It's certainly possible, but we don't know. And I am going to infer from James' statement that he's actually liking the attention. He's not going to go into details that's going to make you go, oh, okay, Noble Knight was just destroying damaged copies. It's free publicity. Free fucking publicity. And that means a lot these days, right? It means a lot every day. So somebody's destroying books. You know what? I got news for you. When I found my monster manual in the basement, I got caught in a partial flood, and it was covered with some like slimy fungus on the cover. I threw it out. I destroyed my original monster manual from my youth because it was damaged. Again, it could have been damaged. Now, other thing is we have an unknown informant telling Elizabeth that an unknown warehouse destroyed her book. One copy, multiple copies, we don't know. And this is somehow enough to get all over social media. I mean, even I was looking at it. I got 3 people messaged me yesterday, one this morning, about an article on Geek Native, which was linking to this. And they asked no questions about this shit. I don't even know. They barely wrote anything about it. They show a partial quote from her shit and from a Facebook post, and that's it, really. The warehouse keeping the books without reading them had the lot trashed because they thought the subject matter was disgusting. That's filling in the blanks on her Facebook post. She doesn't give a number. And they weren't just keeping the books. They owned the books. They could fucking piss on them for all it matters. They own them. As soon as they bought them. So that's why I suspect there's a lot more. And in the end, when the truth comes out, we're probably not even going to hear about it. Because I don't think she's going to tell you. If it is, oh yeah, they destroyed some books because they were damaged. We're not going to hear that shit. But like I said, Noble Knight has them for sale. They're $15 going strong, right? They're going to be more exclusive now because copies were destroyed. How many copies? We don't know. We don't know. So that's your news. That's the current drama. I thought it'd be fun. All right, folks. Thanks for listening. I really do appreciate it. If you get a chance, you can leave us a review on iTunes. It would be appreciated. God bless. Stay safe. Stay healthy. Well, you guys well. And I will talk with you all tomorrow.